Hi there. Okay, before we start jumping into the concept art, I want to just go through some drawing exercises that you can do, and this will really help you get your drawing skills together. And if you practice these regularly, almost daily, and you can do them while you're just watching TV or on a train, whatever, just practice these, and it'll really start to help your drawing skills. So the first one is to just practice drawing straight lines, and you want to vary the sort of the pressure of the pencil, so just very straight lines and do them. See if you can keep them straight and parallel, different variations. And you can see, as part of our perspective, you can see darker lines are really close, feel really close, and the fainter ones feel much further away. Just practice drawing straight lines, because you use that a lot in your drawings, like that. Just practice that day in, day out. So the other one to practice is circles. Just draw lots of circles. Just keep drawing them. And the other exercise you can do is a figure eight. So you can do a figure eight and try and trace it. Keep on the line constantly. See if you can just keep doing that, and this will just get your sort of skills of sort of drawing on lines. So if you draw a faint line and you want to go over it, it will just help you build that skill. All your drawing skills, basically. Pretty basic stuff, but it's really handy just to do this. And I often do things like this to warm up before I start a drawing, basically. The other things I do are to draw sort of like cylinders, and different from different viewports. So use perspective. Sometimes don't use perspective. Do vertical ones, do horizontal ones. This really helps, and you can really do exaggerated perspective to make it look like it's going much further in the distance. Like that. And you can do half circles. Half circles are quite good for faces. So if you want to do a face, for example, you can just really get the center line, get the nose. Quite good for practicing sort of faces on, because you've got the 3 dimensions, and you can do these at any angle. So really good practice just to get them going. Just get your drawing skills up. Really good for warming up. Do them at various angles. That was a bit of a bad one, but just do it the other way around. So this one just from the top almost, so it's a bit shorter on the vertical. Centre line's about there. Draw little eyes, little nose, little sad face. Yeah, really handy. The other thing to do is to tell you what to do. Let's just get rid of that figure eight, because that's really distracting. Okay, draw boxes. Yeah, and these are quite good. If we do them in perspective, just practice drawing a box. Oh, this is really good practice for you. You can do little ones, different angles. Just keep practicing. If your boxes don't look that grey, it doesn't matter for now. Just keep practicing, you will get there. Just really good exercises. And then you can start, okay, I've got all my shapes. I might want to sort of start adding light to my examples, basically. So let's say these over here. Let's put a light up here and let's shine it that way. And then you can start practicing your shading very roughly. So we know it's going to be like that. Because the light's coming down this way, so it's going to be, the light's going to curve around this object. And you want to make it look, you know, cylindrical. Just some practice. There you go. With this one, we'll have the light. This one we'll have the light down here. So it's coming in that direction. So it'll be light underneath and just shadow on the top like this. Maybe a bit on the end here. Just to give it some dimension there. There we go. And this one here we'll do from the top. So we'll make it dark underneath, like so. Yeah. And just keep doing that. Just keep practicing different lines, different shapes, you know, just to get warmed up. Shapes are always good because when you start a drawing, you often start with shapes. Most objects can be broken down into sort of geometric shapes. I'll give you an example. Let's start a new file here. So if you look at this is something else, concept. I'm going to show you this in the next lecture. I'm going to show you these drawings because we need to do a few of these to, you know, just to sort of practice our scene and what we're going to put in it, and just sort of like supplementary drawings that can help modelers really understand the object, especially if it's quite a complex object and it's sort of in the distance in the concept art and you want a lot more detail for that particular object. And these are the sort of supplementary drawings that we do. If you look at this, you know, it's broken up. So it's just some very simple shapes. So if we do, the base is really very simple. It's just a very rectangular in terms of the shape. And it's got a sort of circle on the top. The light's coming from this way. So we can almost start shading in the bark like this. You know, very simplistic. And that's how I really start all my drawings. Yeah, and once you start shading and drawing the shapes, it becomes very much a three-dimensional object. Now the axe is very simple again, very simple shapes. So it's really all it is, just sort of, you know, it's just a rectangle with another sort of rectangle coming out of it, like so. And once you've got these shapes, you can then go in and start really sort of shaping it to how you want it, like so. The end of that is a little bit rounded. You know, just take that back a bit. We can give this a bit of shape because it's Give it a rounded end. See another circle. And you know, sort of handles a bit like that. I think it needs to be a bit more presence. Axe the handle. But you can see, you know, it starts with some very basic shapes. And that's how you sort of break down objects. When you start your sketches, just thinking basic shapes, basic form, and then you can start. And don't think details, because you'll be there. You know, you'll be there forever. Just thinking very simple shapes when you start. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. And practice. Just keep practicing all the time. You know, just keep practicing drawing shapes, different shapes, and it will come to you. You'll get better. Do the figure of 8, because that helps with this sort of circular motion. Do your circles, and you can even start sort of shading your circles. If you put a light up here, yeah, this is my shade. Okay, let's pop in some shade, because this sphere will be like this. I can even give it a bit of backlight by just the way you shade it, so the light sort of bouncing off the ground from down here. And there we go. Very simple stuff. And if you just keep practicing these shapes, you know, do your lines, keep practicing parallel lines, draw your grid, you know, try and get it as equal as you can. Draw your boxes, you know, practice your shading. I mean, I've got a tablet here. It's got pressure sensitivity, which really helps a lot. You know, I can just, if I give you an example, I can start at the top, really press hard, and it gets black, and I can just slowly take the pressure off, and it just gets fainter and fainter. And if your tablet doesn't do that, then you probably need to get one that does, because it's really, really handy. There we go. Smile. You know, a lot of artists do these kind of shapes. You know, this would be like a head. You know, quite often for concept artists, so you know, they start. This is the face, the nose. You know, they start. This is how they start their. Their faces. A lot of artists. I'm not a character artist. I don't tend to draw characters, but I'm much more of an environment artist. So, you know, it's all good skills, and there are crossovers. There's a lot of crossover skills there from being a character artist and being an environment artist. You know, you still got to learn the fundamentals. So that's it. I just wanted to get that across. Practice. Keep doing it every day. Practice your shapes. Do lots of different shapes, different perspectives. Turn it around, upside down. You know, I mean, you can do this upside down if you want to. You know, quite simple. You know, and just keep practicing, and eventually you'll get good at drawing lines, and then you'll get good at drawing objects. Break down your objects into simple shapes before you start drawing them. You know, you can even do it in a much lighter pencil than this. You don't need to do it quite that. I was only doing that just to sort of show you, you know, but it's very simple shapes, and you can then go over the lines as many times as you need to. It's very simple, a rectangle. You know, the handle is a tube. You can just draw it simply to start with, like this. You know, you don't need to worry about the detail to start with. Just get your basic shapes down, and that becomes the sort of foundation for your image. So that's it for now. I'll see you in the next lecture.